Hi, in this video I'm going to look at some quick niche research for affiliate marketing, and picking a niche shouldn't take too long. If you're spending hours poring over the data, just stop. Choose a niche that you're interested in. There'd be no point in me doing something like fishing because I eat fish, but I don't think I've ever fished, or if I have, I got deadly bored. So pick something you're interested in and just do gut reaction on this, or just spend a couple of minutes jotting down 3 or 4 ideas. Then open up Amazon in your browser. I'm not going to show you Amazon here because it changes over time and it changes by country, but you'll be able to do it, and I'll explain what to do. There's a search box, start typing a relevant word or two and pay attention to the suggestions that show up, because they'll suggest things because they want you to buy stuff. And notice that they're not in alphabetical order, they're actually in the order of popularity, and that popularity changes over time. And it also changes as you type more words. So effectively what they're doing is telling you exactly what people are searching for at this moment. So chances are it'll change by season, chances are it'll change by time and country location, and all sorts of other things. So don't worry about it. Again, it's not precision. None of this is. People try and make out it is. There isn't a chance that it is. Amazon don't give out enough data to tell you, nor do Google, nor do anyone else. Basically anyone who tries to give you precise results is lying or telling you not quite the whole truth. And if you're not sure where to start, pick a big niche. Let's say diet, for example, then type a space and then type each letter of the alphabet for suggestions. Start with A or any other letter. Go across your keyboard. It could be QWERTY, could be anything like that. Just one letter at a time. Again, don't spend forever on this. Pick one that shows up and drill down from there. So again, if you do diet A, you get all sorts of things come up. Diet B will be different. You can go right the way through the alphabet. You can do numbers as well. So you'd end up with diet 101, that kind of thing. But basically, you get suggestions, and that's the whole idea. So for instance, I went as far as the letter A and found diet anxiety was one of the top things. So I clicked that, and Amazon then told me there are over 3,000 results, and that's plenty enough for me to create a site around that and to make some money. So that's the extent of my research. If I'm going to do a brand new site, I don't go into depth. I know it sounds bad, and I know people will sort of say, oh, you should do hours and hours and hours of whatever, but you're not going to get the data. The best data in the world comes from real life, people actually doing things, clicking on your links and buying stuff from you. So pick a few of the products that are on there, and then what I tend to do is right click on each of the products. I'll do 3 or 4 or 5, and then on each of the products scroll down. Most of them, not all, will have a best sellers rank, and that'll often give you more sub niches. And what happens is they're initially chosen by the seller, but over time they're chosen by Amazon's own algorithm. So Amazon knows better than the seller, obviously, and it probably does. So on the first one I clicked on, it showed me not just diets and stuff like that, but it also showed disorders and diseases. So that could be another drill down. So lots and lots of ways to skin this cat, metaphorically, obviously. So the other thing to do, if you find a book in results, use the look inside option to see the chapter headings. Now, sometimes they help. Sometimes they're just being sort of smart and too smart for their own good. But looking inside the book is the other way to get ideas. So if you're thinking, I need a topic, I need ideas for things to write about, things to create videos about, things to put photographs on Instagram or wherever else, Pinterest, then it's different ways, or stuff to put on Facebook. So looking inside the books, because you can look inside, it's about 10% or so of the actual book that you'll be able to look inside. It varies a bit. Sometimes they'll do random stuff as well. It depends on how long the book is. Older books and some new publishers don't like look inside, but most people do. And personally, I prefer real books, and that means actual printed ones, or ones that could be printed, because so many Kindle books are written just too fast and they're not necessarily very well researched. I know, I write some of them, and that's not to criticise them. They're different things for different markets, but for what we're looking for a niche, you want something that's reasonably well researched. And you're looking for a niche that'll be profitable, where stuff is selling, and where you won't be stuck for ideas, because you're going to be creating content and you get more content. stuff is selling, 3,000 products, chances are they're selling. Again, you can look at the bestsellers rank. That'll just tell you how low down they are in the bestsellers in Amazon. And they won't tell you the actual figures. Some people will try and tell you they've got them, but again, the lower the number, number one is the bestseller, number 1,000 is a lot less, and so on. And you'll be able to tell how far up or how far down they are as well if you really want to do that, but I don't pay that much attention, just enough to get a feel for it. So the 3,000 results I found might be too broad. Just to double check I'm not going in too broad a thing, I think 3,000 gut reactions is probably okay. But I'll do a bit more research. So turn to Google and again, type in the thing, diet anxiety in this case, and check for the suggested words. Again, they'll come up, they're in order of popularity, and they're a good idea. And the other thing I'll do is scroll to the end of the first page of the Google results and check for the related searches, and that can help you drill down. And so you'll get, sometimes there'll be just expanded keyword phrases, sometimes there'll actually be ones that you hadn't thought of. And diet anxiety, it's just going to be diet anxiety related stuff, but other things it could be, for instance, football's called soccer in the States, things like that. It might bring up those different terms, it might not, and that'll vary over time. It depends what Google thinks helpful, and they monitor what people click on, so if one of those suggestions isn't very popular, they'll change it. The other thing to do on the results is check how powerful the first few sites on the results are. So if you find lots and lots of big sites that you've actually heard of, it's probable, not 100% probable, but more likely it's going to be difficult to break into this niche. But if it's weaker sites, that's great. And difficult to say what a strong or a weak site is. I mean, for instance, diet anxiety, the National Health Service here in the UK came up. Now, yeah, it's a strong site, but the content won't be optimized for the web because it'll just be clinical sort of webby type stuff. But there's also WebMD, Mayo Clinic, and a few others. So my gut reaction with diet anxiety is that it would be not, the main phrase would be difficult to break into, but drilling down on some of the smaller phrases, yeah, they're fair game. So again, drilling down a bit more, looking through it, Google suggested other pages, other results, you'll get a quick feel for it. And again, there's no right or wrong here, and these things change over time. Some sites go in and out of favour, all sorts of different things like that. So don't panic, because you can break in. We'll talk in another video on this, but you'll be going for longer tail, a lot longer key phrases and a couple of words anyway. So, and once you get there, there's less competition. So once you're happy enough with that, with a niche, it's time to start work, because procrastination, especially in this, is dangerous. You can spend hours and hours and days and weeks and months researching. It's far better to do something now and tweak it as you get results. So do that. Much, much better than thinking, oh, well, should I, shouldn't I, I'm not really sure, and so on. It's just, don't do it. Just make sure that you actually go out and do something. We'll talk about that in another video. But if you want more help, click the link below this video, subscribe to my channel, drop me a message, whatever else you want to do. And the main thing is, as ever, do it. So go for it. And thanks for watching.